How could something so small generate the worthiness of making a video? Well, after many years of searching for the ultimate or the best hoof pick and using other ones that I thought worked great, I have finally found the ultimate hoof pick, and it cost $2.49. I think that's worthy of a review. Don't you? Hello, my equestrian friends. It's me, Lisa, the Budget Equestrian. Welcome back to another video. And like I said in the beginning, who would think a hoof pick would generate enough to make me want to make a video of it? And honestly, I never really thought about it until I got this hoof pick from Corro. And this thing is awesome. I love this hoof pick. This has got to be the best hoof pick I have ever used on my horse's feet. So first, how about we talk about a hoof pick? It's a fairly simple tool, right? And yes, it is. It's a bent piece of metal with a handle to make it easier for you to clean your horse's hooves. But sometimes you need to remove excess debris or mud or manure as well. And a traditional hoof pick isn't really the only thing that you need. Then you have to go and find a hoof brush or something extra to get the job done of getting off that extra dirt, mud, or manure. And for myself personally, I like to have a tool that I can do all of these things with in one tool, which leads me to the ultimate hoof pick. Again, in my opinion. So let me introduce you to the best and handiest hoof pick ever. Now, this hoof pick came to me from Corro, and of course, Corro, they seem to have everything when it comes to taking care of my horses. Looking at the hoof pick, it doesn't really look like anything ultra special. I mean, it's a hoof pick, right? Oh no, this is not just any hoof pick, and let me show you why. First, let's look at the size and compare this hoof pick to a typical hoof pick. And I should say hoof pick with a brush because having the brush on the opposite side is super helpful. And I myself have transitioned to this style of a hoof pick quite some time ago because of the multi-purpose factor. But look at the hoof picks together. Can you see a difference? Possibly, but maybe not. So let me tell you the difference. Can you see the way the Corro hoof pick handle has little waves or grooves for your hand to wrap around it? And the other hoof pick does too, but the Corro hoof pick is more of flat surface for you to grip, and the other hoof pick is round. The grooves are super helpful whether you're wearing gloves or you're just barehanded. And these grooves help to keep the hoof pick in place so you have a firm hold on it when you're using it. It also gives a little bit of extra when you need some tension to get built up mud, manure, dirt, or even snow out of your horse's hoof. So the grooved handle is really helpful. Next, let's look at the brushes of both hoof picks. Now, the standard hoof pick brush does have a brush and it is really helpful. However, the Corro hoof pick brush is longer and actually a little bit stiffer, which makes it that much more useful. The stiff bristles work great for getting rid of debris out of the hoof after you've cleaned it, or even to get the mud or dirt off the outside of the hoof. Sometimes Pleasant will have hard mud on his hooves and I don't want to wash it off. That takes a lot more time, and I want to be able to get the mud off and apply my hoof conditioner and be done. I'm sure Pleasant feels the same way, so I want quick. The stiff, longer bristles of the Corro hoof pick make it easier for me to brush off the dried mud from his hooves. It's also helpful to remove the dried little mud clods that sometimes get near his fetlocks or by his heels. So again, in my opinion, the brush of the Corro hoof pick is superior to the other hoof pick. You can even use it as a tiny scrub brush if you're washing and cleaning hooves. It works great for that as well. And of course, I have to talk about the most important part of the hoof pick, the pick itself. And again, looking at both hoof picks, this is where you can really see the difference between the Corro hoof pick and the traditional hoof pick brush. The traditional one has a metal pick part, but the metal is actually pretty flimsy. And there have been many times when the pick has bent while I'm trying to use it. However, the Corro hoof pick is substantial and strong. I have tried to bend it and it just isn't possible with this hoof pick. It is strong. It's also a little bit longer than the others, which for me means that it's easier to use. And if it's easier to use, I'm going to use it more, right? Right. I can clean my horse's hooves more efficiently and better with the Corro hoof pick. And with all of the features of the hoof pick, you would assume that it's going to cost more, right? Wrong. The Corro hoof pick is more affordable than the traditional hoof pick brush. The Corro hoof pick brush is $2.49 on their website. And the least expensive version of a hoof pick brush I was able to find I think I found it on Amazon, and it was $3.10. So it's not a huge difference in cost, but this one works better. So for me, I want to use the one that's gonna work, right? Now, Smart Pack has a hoof pick with the name The Ultimate Hoof Pick, and it doesn't have a brush on the end, and the hoof pick is $18.99. And that's for the junior size. They also have a, I guess, full size Ultimate Hoof Pick, and it's $19.99. And again, it's a very strong and substantial looking hoof pick, but it doesn't have the brush. And for myself, the brush is definitely a feature that I use and I really want to have on my hoof pick. So maybe Corro should call theirs the Ultimate Hoof Pick brush, because in my opinion, it really is. It works well, it's sturdy, and it's always easy for me to find because of the orange color. You know, I think whoever designed this hoof pick really has thought of everything. And I actually bought this on a whim just because I needed another hoof pick. And I am so glad that I did. You know, sometimes trying something out is the best way to find new tools or products for my horses. And hopefully this has been helpful for you. So now you can make the most of the time that you have with your horse as well.